Hey guys, Trey here for a Minecraft mod showcase, and today we are reviewing the Too Much TNT mod. And basically what this mod does is it adds in 2 new ores and a bunch of new explosives. So yeah, first we'll look at the miscellaneous. So basically there are 5 items that are not TNT or dynamite or whatever. And that's uranium ore, sulfur ore, nuclear waste, meteorite, and uranium. Basically, what uranium and uranium ore are is whenever you mine uranium ore, it has a chance to explode and put nuclear waste everywhere, or it can drop that item. I think it's a 50-50 chance. That item is what you need to make the best TNT in this mod. Right, and nuclear waste basically it doesn't give you any debuffs, but it hurts you when you stand on it, and it is a byproduct of a certain TNT. Sulfur ore drops gunpowder, kind of like redstone. It drops about as many as redstone. About as many gunpowder as redstone. Ore drops redstone. And now we have the meteorite. And what this is basically whenever a certain TNT called a meteor shower falls, it drops a bunch of these, and they are left in the crater. So yeah, let's get into the TNT. Alright, to start off, we'll go with the first 5 TNTs, and we're gonna need some flint and steel. Alright, I'll meet you guys at the explosion site. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm here at the site, and first thing we're going to do is we're just going to explode a regular TNT for scale to see kind of what it looks like compared to the others. Alright, so yeah, right beside it we're going to explode a TNT times 5 and see how much bigger it is. I'd also like to mention these TNT have a longer fuse. That means a longer time to get away. Alright, see how much bigger this is than that. I mean, it's not the best example because sand is easily destroyed, but it blew through stone. So, yeah. Right next we have the TNT times 20. Notice that each of these has a longer fuse than the last. This thing was 4 times bigger than TNT times 5 and 20 times bigger than the regular TNT. So that's giant. But if you need to go bigger, then you're going to want this thing. TNT times 100. Notice how long the fuse is on this. And, yeah, the lag. Up there. It almost reached those, even though we put it all the way over here. Alright guys, I forgot to show you the recipes for these few, so I'll go ahead and show you those. If you want a TNT times 5, just put 4 TNT in a crafting grid. If you want a TNT times 20, same thing with TNT times 5. Same thing with TNT times 20 to 100. And with TNT times 500, same thing with that. And last but surely not least, we have the TNT times 500. This is the last of the regular TNTs. And yeah, this is going to cause a little bit of lag, so be prepared. And if you do this in a survival world, make sure you're well away from anything that you care about. This will probably reach the water over there. Yeah, see, it's like not responding. Yeah, it's there it went, there it went, there it went. I heard it. I'm seeing cactus breaking. Okay, let me get out of this so that I can show you the explosion size. Look at this. This is what TNT times 500 looks like. That was TNT times 100. That's TNT times 500. Alright, guys, let us go get some more TNT, and I'll meet you back here. Alright, guys, I'm back with more TNT, and yeah, I guess we'll start off with Spiral TNT. It just throws TNT everywhere. That's great for if, like, you have something that maybe you want right here, and you just want to destroy the ground around it. So, yeah. And also, how you make this TNT is... Oh, that's animal TNT. How you make this TNT is a floating TNT and an erupting TNT. And the floating TNT is TNT times 20 and a feather. And the erupting TNT is compact TNT and a fire charge. And compact TNT is just 8 TNT around TNT times 5. So, yeah. Now we move on to the flat TNT. Say if you wanted this ground right here to be flat, and you didn't want all this mess if you wanted to build a house, you just put one of these babies down and let it do its job. You're going to have to put multiple ones out, but it does do it. It does flatten the land. So if you were to just put them like this, they do activate each other. So yeah, you just so you only have to light one. See, that's how they do. Like, this is definitely enough space to build a house. And yeah. Also, how you do that is you put a TNT times 20 on top of an obsidian. And yeah. Moving on to the Grove TNT. So basically, this just spawns a bunch of trees around. So if you're like in need of trees for some reason, just make this. And you basically put saplings, 2 bone meal on each side of a TNT times 5 and put dirt under it. Now we have the gravity TNT. And what this does, I'm going to show you the animal TNT first so that it can be fully showcased in all of its glory. And this spawns one of almost every mob in the game except for wither skeletons, withers, and ender dragons. And how you make this is rotten flesh, raw beef, raw pork chop, raw chicken, and a TNT. And now what we're going to do is this gravity TNT, we're going to put it right in the middle, light it, and that should suck up all of the, oh crap, including me. Help! Alright, so basically what gravity TNT does is it sucks up all the mobs around it, and it throws them high in the air. So, yeah. One thing I experimented with is I put 2 of these side by side and got away. But basically they throw each other around. And in 1.6 it makes a cannon that throws itself so high in the air that you go past the sky limit. So, yeah. How you make this is a Ender TNT and an apple, and how you make Ender TNT is a TNT and an Ender Pearl. Alright, moving on to TNT Firework. Yeah. Make it rain. That is my that's one of my favorite. Oh, let me show you how to make that. Let's see, right there. How you make this is basically compact TNT all around a TNT times 5 and a firework star. And I showed you how to make compact TNT. And you'll see the recipe again. And yeah, now we are going for the sand firework TNT. You won't be able to notice the effect in a desert, but Alright guys, now for the sand firework. It's basically like a TNT firework but with sand, and it does damage on impact, just not to blocks. And how you make this is you put a firework star of TNT times 5 and then sand all around it. Alright, now we have floating islands TNT. And what this does is basically, you'll see. Oh, I need that back. Or maybe not. It makes a floating island out of whatever is below it. So you could have your secret base up in the air. That secret base that you've always wanted. How you make this is 2 multiply TNT, a floating TNT. And how you make multiply TNT is gold ingots, bone meal, and a TNT times 5, just like that. And I'll meet you guys back here with the next batch of TNT. You place this TNT down, and it multiplies whatever it breaks. So say you have like diamond ore, and say you've got like 2 diamond ore, or just go ahead and say 5 or 6. Just place this puppy down, light it, and it's like fortune on diamonds, or on ores. So yeah, I had 6 diamonds down there. It multiplies everything it has, or everything that's down there, by 2. So yeah. Next up, oh, let me show you how to make that. And you make that by doing gold, bone meal, and yeah. Meteor TNT. We'll wait on that one. Easter egg TNT. It says, I can't really tell what but it basically puts a bunch of pumpkins and melons everywhere. You can still hear it exploding in the distance. It's like it puts pumpkins and melons everywhere. Let me show you how to make that. And that is basically, if you want to farm, you can have all the pumpkins and melons you want. 2 melon seeds right here and here. 2 pumpkin seeds here and here. And 3 bone meal and 2 TNT times 20. And yeah, that's the Easter egg TNT. Now we have the reaction TNT, and this is one of my favorites. How you make this is a chemical TNT and a compact TNT. I'm going to show the chemical TNT first. Now how you make the chemical TNT is TNT times 100, water, redstone, and gunpowder. And it kind of just, it goes up in the air, and then it just kind of blows up everything, it going straight down. Now we have reaction TNT. And let's see, I showed you a recipe, compact TNT and chemical TNT. And it just explodes everywhere. It doesn't just explode like a certain place. This TNT is great. It's like one of my favorites. It'll still explode for a few minutes after you're done, or after it's been used. This is the uranium ore. And it does emit some light. Inverted TNT. Basically what it does is it kind of throws out, it's TNT times 100 and 4 multiply TNT. It basically puts out a bunch of lag, and it inverts the ground around it, kind of like this, and it multiplies all of the ores. So if you do this near diamond, it can expose diamond. And yeah, moving on to the Meteor Shower TNT. It basically just showers you in meteors, just like you'd expect. And this is 1 erupting TNT and 4 compact TNT. And this goes on for quite a while. This is not good to use around a house, anywhere near a house, because it will blow the house up. Now, let me show you how to make that. Now we have the erupting TNT, cubic TNT, freeze TNT, and floating TNT. Erupting TNT just shoots a bunch of TNT up in the air. And here's how you make it. Compact TNT and a fire charge. It's a very good TNT and doesn't have much lag because it doesn't drop that many blocks. Cubic TNT, it's just cobblestone around a TNT times 5. And yeah, say you want a perfect cube, you just kind of plot this down and just wait for it. It will blow a perfect cube up, except for there's not sand, like when there's not sand like this. So yeah. Alright, moving on to the freeze TNT. It basically just freezes everything around it with ice. It's a snowball, a water bucket, and a TNT times 20. Moving on to the floating TNT. Goes straight up in the air, blows up. Don't really see its use, but, you know, whatever. It does blow up pretty big, though. How you make this is a TNT times 20 and a feather. Now we have the Meteor TNT. This will lag the crap out of your game. I'm going to go ahead and warn you. I'm just going to stand like right where it'll hit me because it's going to blow me backwards. That meteor comes, and then it lags for like an hour, and then you'll suddenly get thrown backward, and you'll see a giant explosion. There's the explosion sound. Now where's the explosion? Yeah, there it went. There it went. It generally throws you way back. Yep, that's the Meteor TNT. That is one of the biggest TNT there is. Alright guys, I'll see you at the house for more dynamite and TNT. Alright guys, here we are back at the house for dynamite and God TNT. So basically, I'm not going to go over all of these dynamite. Every TNT has their respective dynamite. So TNT times 500 is going to make a dynamite times 500, and it's going to be an explosion a little bit smaller than the TNT times 500. So I'm not going to go through all of these. I'm just going to go through and tell you the recipe. Basically, each TNT that you put in a crafting grid gives you 4 dynamite of that type. So, yeah, each TNT, or a dynamite times 500 would be 1/4 of the power of an actual TNT times 500. So, yeah, it's power is divided by 4. So, yeah, moving on to the God TNT. There are only a few. I'm going to tell you. Heaven's Gate, and Hell's Gate crashed my game, so I'm not going to show you those. I will show you the recipe, though. For Hell's Gate, you put Hellfire TNT and Uranium. And for Heaven's Gate, you put Floating Island TNT with Uranium. And that's Multiply TNT and Floating TNT. Alright. We will start with Mankind's Mark. And basically mankind's mark is this house. It's just a house TNT and uranium, but it's this house. And it has beds, furnaces, chests. It had a bunch of chests. I just broke most of them. Alright, the hexahedron. This is a souped up version of the cubic TNT. And what this does is it basically makes a perfect square of an explosion, but it's giant. So keep in mind, whenever you do this, this specific TNT can break bedrock. And I will show you. I'm going to stand like above it so that it doesn't take the bedrock out from under my feet. But it blew a hole in bedrock. So yeah, don't do that too near the bedrock. Also, we have, oh, I didn't show you how to make that. I believe it's a cubic TNT and uranium. Yes, cubic TNT and uranium. And now we have the dust bowl. Place this down. Basically, takes the grass off of dirt and puts, yeah, you'll see. It makes it daytime, and it basically makes it like a dry wasteland. And how you make this is vaporized TNT and uranium. Alright, now we have, if you want to do almost the opposite of that, you do Poseidon's Wave. It's like ocean TNT. Ocean TNT, uranium. You set it at the place that you want the water to be at, or at the level you want the water to be at, and it just does a much bigger radius than the ocean TNT. So, oh, and it makes it rain, by the way. So, this puts water everywhere. And, yeah, you can see that. Oh, wow, I just lost mountaintop removal. Alright, and, yeah, this is called mountaintop removal. It's flat TNT and uranium. And if I wanted this mountaintop to be flat, all I have to do, place this at the level I want it to be flat at, flint and steel, and watch it work its magic. Yeah, it's going to lag for a bit, and then it'll clear up. Oh, there it goes. There's the lag. Right, so now you have a nice flat mountain that you can make your house on, that mountain house that you wanted. Or a great place to use more TNT and destroy the world. Alright, the revolution, it's spiral TNT and uranium. This is the most destructive TNT ever. We had a nice, beautiful mountaintop, and it just destroyed it. Alright, guys, this is the last TNT. And it's called Chick Zulub. And, yeah, it's gonna drop meteors like nobody's business. Yeah, this will lag your game the worst. It has crashed my game before. And my game doesn't crash much. Unless I try to crash it, and then I can crash it. But this is the one that drops the meteorites. And gives you the meteorites. And don't worry about this. Do not worry about it. Yeah, this thing kind of destroys the world. It destroyed that whole house that I set up. So yeah, keep in mind whenever you download this mod, back up your worlds first. And yeah, that's about all this mod has to offer, and I'm gonna put the link in the description. And if you guys enjoyed this mod, please leave a like, comment, and yeah, if you'd like to, subscribe to my channel. There are mod reviews, Hunger Games, and even other games in Minecraft. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.